We're going to make a circle. This is like old times. You know, the three of us were in a seminar 6 years ago.
Yes. and I can't remember.
I remember one thing. The non-age.
I remember in my conversation, I had Giancarlo was in my group, and I was talking about the right side of the brain and the left side of the brain, and he said, no, that's not. We stopped and looked at the video, and I went, oh, you know, like.
That's the response of someone who's very right brain, by the way. Or left, I'm sorry, left brain.
My students are really great. That's called right brainers who rules the world. That was some of the architects. And then we were in groups, and they were trying to do exercise. And now we're a mess for now. And Sharon is you're going to really rule the world.
I mean, you could have died already.
You know, I don't know, we're doing the aha moments, because everybody said, her aha moment. Like if we only had one aha moment in our life.
No, but in the context of the conversation,
I
it's
know,
appropriate to say
but
that.
I kept hearing her aha moment. Wow,
The one you wanted to share.
I know. I wrote aha moments. And I know it's aha moments. And I wrote, according to Freddie Kaufman, from sheep to tiger. You know that video?
More or less.
Be really concrete what you're trying to tell us. What do you mean by aha moment?
In the context of it. What I wrote when you have a profound and important learning. And if you go with object, with meaning and understanding, those two I thought about object when we were talking about something new to you and understand, but it's a profound and important learning. Well, aha moments, free to choose. When you realize you're free to choose whatever you want. And that's very relationship with sheep to tiger.
To tiger, yeah.
The moment you have your raw. I don't know if
But
you've seen
explain
that.
that. Explain that for those.
This is a story, but you're like sheep, everybody follows everybody. And we just follow, just like Auction was talking, you know, the opposite. And we just follow and follow. And all of a sudden, you want to realize that you're an individual person. And when you realize you're an individual person and responsible for your life, that's when you have this roar and you become a tiger. So it has to do a little bit of freedom with learning.
It's a great metaphor.
It's beautiful. And I like it more because traditionally sheep are the good ones and tigers are the bad ones. And all of a sudden when you change yourself into a tiger, it's like you own your life.
Pretty common stories about a sheep, I'm sorry, a tiger that's raised by sheep.
Yeah. You've seen that.
He doesn't really understand that he's a tiger.
And you've seen it too.
I
He
don't
doesn't
remember
know
the
that he's a
cartoon,
tiger.
but I don't remember the whole thing. Yeah, but yeah.
But it's the
Yeah.
tiger that's raised by the sheep, so
Yeah.
he changes into a sheep.
He really discovers that he's not a sheep, he's a lion.
That's how you do it.
I wrote individual roar from what you said, because it is you know, it's
My turn? No, she hasn't.
okay. I also wrote enlightenment is the aha moment. It is a moment in which everything becomes clear and makes sense, when everything fits in its place, when abstract and concrete meet and become an understanding of the idea and its application.
Concrete and what meaning?
Concrete, abstract,
Oh,
and
concrete
concrete,
and abstract.
and become an understanding of the idea and its application. It is a great feeling because it becomes clear as if light appeared in the idea that was there hidden in the dark.
I love that. Read that sentence again.
It is a great feeling because it becomes clear, as if light appeared on the idea that was there hidden in the dark.
We should read Allegory of the Cave. Have you read
We suffered that.
Say my
I'm
original.
still trying to figure where the light was and the shades, where were they
I
sitting?
see, I see. And I like him in or out. See,
We were drawing that cave.
see.
Grito de lagarto.
I forgot I did everything.
Oh my
I'm coming in or going out.
And yeah, but if the shades here, no, they must be laying down, but he can't see. We were doing a mat, like a
I made them
section.
draw the cave.
Yeah,
There was
a
lots of
section
disagreement
of the
about
cave.
what the architecture of the cave, based
The
on the
architecture
text,
of the
depending
cave.
on how you interpret the text.
Oh, it was so hard.
Okay.
So Socratic practice doesn't always work. That's it.
But you've been through, I didn't understand, did you, like, you've been through this same question?
They actually didn't find this similar 6 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
But it's not exactly the same. It's never the same.
No.
you are not the same.
They're not the same, and the water is not the same. And even though you have the same question, sometimes they're different questions.
And you mentioned about cooking, how you forget. We forget.
And you only got three recipes. We have three.
We saw the recipe, we cooked it, and then we failed.
But I'm very serious. The problem is not understanding, it's remembering. It's not in cooking. It's easy to understand. The problem is you need to remember.
So you remember when you do it.
But don't you think that you really, in that context, it was that you hadn't applied it? Because you went from the TV and you went to, but you didn't have the
Oh, no, I did, but I did apply
because
it.
now you know 3 plays, right? So now you know how to do it.
But no, I did apply it.
That's
but,
what I would call
But after a
understanding.
while.
That's really what I would call understanding. In other words, when you watch the television, you're right, you are depending on your memory to accomplish your task, and that's very difficult. But when you have the experience,
Of doing it.
it develops your understanding, and understanding is much more permanent and much more long-lasting and able to be repeated, I think. And it engages much more of your power of knowing than just memory, right? So in a way, it's understanding that you've got to get to.
Plus, the things that you tend to remember when you watch a show, like a cooking show, are not the relevant things. What did they give? They give you the ingredients, and so you list them and the amounts. But that's not. You need to understand the process. You have to smell it, and
See the how you shake?
that's why it works.
And also recipes, any good cook will tell you they don't end up cooking by recipe. Because the process is not
No, it's different.
really repeatable just by physical measures. It's a human experience, right? So you've got to bring the art of cooking to that.
But in my case, I realized that it was not that I didn't cook. It was that I didn't remember.
But you just said that now, you've got to smell.
Smell,
So that's experiential.
Like multiple intelligences need to be brought to that experience to really develop your understanding.
But if you had the recipe written, same when they sell it to eat, and all of a sudden you get a fax, for example, you can download it.
You don't have all
You
the
don't have to
elements.
remember.
But the thing is that you don't have all the elements because the things that you need to remember, like the connections in your mind, are not only the amount of, I don't know, chocolate that you need. Are when is it ready? How do you need to? How high the oven needs to be, or how do you split things into? Or when do you stop, when do you stop? And the chef tells you that it's done, take it out.
Yeah. So it's, yeah.
Okay, but
But what's your enlightenment?
Okay, I started writing. I started thinking for a while, and I didn't come up with many good ideas. So I started writing things like, okay, mastering new concepts, accessing superior knowledge, acquiring new skills. Didn't make any sense. Then I went to a different way, like living your life in a better way. And then I ended up saying, okay, to me, enlightenment is finding ways to do things. Not specifics, like finding ways to do things. That's fine. So like I can say, I know the way to do this. I haven't done it. Still a challenge, but I know the way.
Thinking about ways?
Ways to do
Like
things.
choices you can make?
No, it's like theories. It's like a good theory to solve many cases. How this is done. How does this work? That's to me.
That seems to relate somewhat to what you were saying in that synthesis between abstraction and the concrete. Isn't that the way what theory does for us? It synthesizes the abstract and the concrete. It makes ideas applicable.
Maybe.
How would you say that you find those ways to do things? What comes before finding? When you find the things, you said finding ways to do things. What becomes? What happens before that?
Okay, you can go from, in my opinion, from top to bottom. For example, someone will tell you, okay, you don't know how to drive a car. Then someone will tell you how to. To drive a car, you need to do this, this, this. The second way is try driving a car, and then you synthesize, you find out. But the moment when you said, okay, this is how it's done, I need to do this, then that to me is enlightenment. I know that I can do it again. I found the way. It's not like I solved that case. I found the way for a new opportunity.
So more than having different ways is finding a way.
Finding a way.
And it has to do with mastering.
Mastering, yes. That's the
So
base.
is it more in that moment of choice where you maybe you're faced with many ways, and it's the moment of choice where you decide, oh,
No, I was more like, no, I'm sorry, I was more like finding the understanding how things work. When you understood how things work, then you found your way. But that was maybe I'm not explaining it well. Sometimes you do things right because you're lucky. So you just got lucky. I did it right. I got it right, but I just got lucky. Sometimes you're facing a new challenge, but you haven't done it right yet, but you know you can do it, and you know how. You know you can do it. That's to me enlightenment. The moment when you say, okay, I can do it. The next time I will do it right because I know how.
So it's that moment of awareness of your own knowing.
Okay, yeah, I like that. That explains it very well, even in your
Suddenly
Is it the same as awareness of a learning?
Yes.
It looks like what Oxford was saying at the beginning. Be aware of my question was awareness of your own knowledge. It's the same thing as awareness of the learning? Because learning is more profound than knowledge.
So it sounds like you're answering your question. What you're saying is that being aware of what you know is not the same thing as being aware of your own learning.
I'm asking. Is it the same? I think no.
It's like a tennis.
I think learning is more, knowledge is part of learning, but some learnings are not only knowledge.
Knowledge is part of your history.
Yes? What about all the learnings?
Yeah.
Okay. But there is a learning without For me, knowledge is more like correct, or math, or subtract, or this and that, or all that, that's knowledge. But a learning could be
Skills.
skills, or even more profound, like even love. I don't know, that's a learning, or relationship with people. And it's not necessarily knowledge.
Is it known?
What do you think?
Florencia gave an example of learning to drive.
Yeah.
Someone explained to you how to drive. Well, we all know from that experience that that was not the moment of our learning. You can talk to someone all day about how to drive, but it's not, they're not going to know how to drive. So somehow it's getting behind the wheel, trying things out, and eventually you know that you know how to drive.
Yes.
That's enlightenment.
But why is that enlightenment? And not remembering, for instance, all the instructions about how to drive. You know, be sure that your hands are 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and be sure that you're checking your mirrors, and be sure, you know, you got this checklist of all the things you're supposed to do when you drive. Receiving that list, and even if you get a grade, is that the same thing as knowing how to drive? But you're saying that it's that knowing how to drive, that's enlightenment.
Like the moment when you realize that you did it, and you will do it again, and you will know how to do it.
Going back to what Carlos said, that's not a process that we can articulate. You can tell someone, I know how to drive now, and you know that you know. But you can't actually articulate the process of your learning. And you probably can't even articulate what you learned. The sum of all the parts that add up to you saying, now I know how to drive. You probably can't even list all the skills. You know, that you hold your foot at just a certain degree on the gas because you've learned to feel that gas pedal and how it works. You know just about how much to do. Or how quickly to put on the brake because the brake has its own tension, right? And you've got to feel that with your muscles. You can't even describe it. You don't have the tools of language to even describe that.
There's a wonderful episode of The Big Bang Theory. Have you seen it? The show, The Big Bang Theory?
I've heard of it, but
Okay, this nerd, like I don't know, he's a PhD in physics. He's this nerd, and so they asked him, Sheldon, can you drive? Yes, I know how to drive. And so the thing is that he read all the books and he knows all the specifics, and he can tell you like what every sign means in the street or every.
Or every law and
But it's a disaster. Like he jumps into the car and it's a disaster, of course. Everybody knows it's going to be a disaster.
If we go back to your cooking experience, it's the same thing as the driving. You can get all the knowledge from TV, or you can get it from reading, but from the recipes, but from there. When you were saying pushing the pedal, it's the same thing as you were saying, like, it's ready.
But you know, you can't abandon those other steps. Because it's important that someone told you in the street, actually, you should check your mirrors. You know, all of that advice is really good advice. We were just talking over lunch, you know, do you just abandon the lecture? Or, you know, lecture's just bad now, and lectures are Socratic practice, you should do them.
They say time.
The lecture is, well, they may save less time than we think. We think that because students have heard our words that we've somehow covered material. But all I'm suggesting is that there are components to our learning. And one of them might be being told something. But that's not the end of our learning. We need to take that extra step. We need to get behind the wheel. But the classroom is not a place where most students get behind the wheel. And that's what we're trying to change. And with the technology that it's embracing, we can tell our students what we need to when they're outside the classroom. And not waste the classroom time when they can actually collaborate and exchange and engage. I think we're on the tour. This is the cost of having limited resources.
This is the cost of the
you
curriculum.
can email them.
We're buscando ecuaciones diferenciales.
Tú con Tanca, ¿qué esperabas? Si Tanca, los internos del mismo
Bueno,
grupo.
yo antes era que se me echaron por el Carlos Alvarado, en finance.
¿Pero de dónde se
Yo soy antes, rockero, tocaba la pero era las clases como procesos,
¿Pero dónde es?
Y el siguiente,
en tu ley ahorita, ¿no? Es que Santiago,
pero digamos, sí se dan cosas.
pero la clase de matemáticas, funciones de escenario.
Sí, y por ejemplo, es simpático el caso. La pregunta es que cuánto la da o la que sea señalar.
Ahora me va a poner el de París en mayo y ya no cambio.
Yo te la doy. También se pasó una moneda con la votar.
¿Sabes qué? Cambiaba, pero es que eso no se da abajo.
Pero si se enseña, se enseña.
Lo que pasa es que la parte que no tiene que ver con la cultura, tiene que ver con la cultura. ¿Qué va a pasar cuando los párrafos lleguen a una son de los del área de los exigen títulos? Es una, pero es más una cuestión logística, ¿no?
Sí, ahí lo que dijeron es si quieren uno, les damos uno de acá en si alguien quiere,
Los horarios que teníamos los vamos a respetar.
Que era las 3:30. Hoy a las 3:30.
Era las 3:30 a las 4:30. Lo que pasa es que está la clausura de la entonces vamos a ir a ver en carne y hueso una cosa bien discutida. Y esa empieza a las 3. Mañana hermosa, mañana. Pero lo que decidimos es de 3 a 4:15, todos estamos súper invitados. Se encarguen si quieren estar hasta las 6. Y termina a las 6 en Acto Academy, bienvenido. Si vos te querés ir a las 4:05, también. Pero lo que yo quería decir cambiar el sábado.
¿Eso soy?
No, mañana. Porque el sábado salíamos a cantar a las 9 porque era una antigua. Pero como ya no es en la antigua,
Ah, ya no se la
ya es aquí. Entonces si querían arrancar más temprano, pues mira, más temprano. Where were you? ¿Estás bien? Fue la cosa que le dije.
Enseñando a leer a uno de 6.
No se compañeros lo agarraron.
Sí, buscaron internet, encontraron sitios, dice que lo ponen ahí y dicen cómo más. Y ellos ya se dan cuenta 6 meses antes que
Puede ser complicado, puede ser una herejía, puede ser complicado, porque puede tener que conseguir los libros no están a la mano, pero ahora la tecnología la información lo que creo que hace que igual pueda hacer.
y está haciendo unos sistemas increíbles. Porque este año, de School of Books, yo lo conocí ahorita cuando fui a Aki, y él lo que hace son simuladores, simuladores de Harvard. Y él lo conoció en Harvard, preguntando quién es el que hace los simuladores, y entonces le presentaron el caso. Entonces yo le pidieron que hicieran simuladores para la economía, de la conciencia y todo eso. Y después le dijo, mira, hazme unos para la mecánica. Entonces empezaron a ver que le cambiaban el clase. Y dijeron, bueno, podemos usar uno de los debutantes, pero ahí vamos viendo que les adaptamos. Y dice que les va mejor a los niños que a los de la individualidad. Y que ahora los ponen a competir, y les dicen a los de la van a competir con los niños, porque a los alumnos del MBA y dice que les hacen así, pero palizas, palizas. Simuladores de control de producción, simuladores financieros, simuladores de tal. ¿Saben cómo que así?
Entonces, materiales que sean interesantes para ellos.
Ya me volvieron. Welcome.
Let's just take about 10 minutes and have a full group discussion on what is enlightenment. What is enlightenment still?
I felt that.
Culpabilidad.
But our group sort of came to more or less an agreement on some of the ideas behind the concept. We discussed that it seems to be a personal moment in the life of an individual where it's very, I think we saw some similarities with the aha moments, in where you are able to understand fundamental cause and effect relationships. You are able to understand something that is very important to you regarding who you are or how you see your environment. And what else am I missing? To grasp, to discover, or to understand something relevant to you or regarding your environment. I don't know.
New cause and effect relationships.
Cause and effect.
That lead to something new.
Or something that has not been seen by others, but also another characteristic. I think that's more or less the view of the group.
We discussed, we kind of had some ideas like that, but also seen as a process, not as a moment. And because somehow being a moment can imply like you can learn it all at once, but it's something you've been doing. And it can also imply that that's the end of the story, that whatever you have that moment, that is more like a milestone in the process, is just another piece of a larger picture. So it's more like a process, and there are just some instances of that process that are more milestones, but it's still all the process was needed. So the enlightenment is a process. And we later left the question on it being personal, it's something that you can induce some people to be willing to learn and be enlightened, or you can invite someone, or is it yourself who invites yourself? Because we kind of want to know that people want to learn and be in that process, but at the same time, if they don't want to do it, no matter how much evidence or how much exposure to it is, they will not do it. So it's personal, but at the same time, can you influence that, or you kind of let that open question?
I'm sorry, I didn't get the question. The question was if you could enlighten someone or you just enlighten yourself?
Yeah, see, because it's a personal thing, but because it has to come from inside, or you induce someone to be very good.
The birds.
They want to What happened? Cassandra had, we talked about different ideas, but Cassandra talked about being enlightened and great feeling. Could you read your last